Call of Duty points are now in Infinite Warfare. If you want the best way to get free Call of Duty points, click the link down in the description, install the app, and start getting yourself some free Call of Duty points today. Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin, and could the next Call of Duty game actually be World War II? We will talk about it today and share these extreme leaks. Please drop a like on this video. I am so damn hyped to be sharing this with you guys. World War II Call of Duty by Sledgehammer is a very big possibility, and I'll be showing you guys why in today's video. Drop a like on this thing, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and I'm so hyped I'm even showing some MW3 gameplay in the background with the ACR, you know, one of my favorite combos in Call of Duty history, because this does sound really promising to bring Call of Duty back to its roots, back to boots on the ground, just like they've been hinting at for a while. Now, none of this is confirmed yet, but there is a crap load of big leaks here and artwork and stuff like that, which I'll show throughout this video. So let's get started. So a YouTuber, The Family Video Gamers, posted a video of what appears to be leaked images of Call of Duty 2017 concept marketing artwork. Now, this is reported by Charlie Intel. Charlie Intel is a very credible source in the Call of Duty community, and they have been for years. The leak images show that Call of Duty 2017, developed by Sledgehammer Games, will take place during the World War II era. The images above show artwork that Activision appears to be creating for promotional images and box art. It appears that Activision had decided to be straightforward with the naming scheme for this game and call it simply Call of Duty World War II, or WWII. This would be probably the simplest name for a Call of Duty game since before Call of Duty 4, and as of so far, Activision has only confirmed that this title is being developed by Sledgehammer Games and that it's going to bring it back to its roots. But this is super huge. I'll show a bunch of the artworks up on the screen right now. They look absolutely legit, and Call of Duty World War II appears to be the title if these leaks are true. Now, one thing I do want to clarify, because this is very confusing, is that this one is, if the title is this, it's Call of Duty World War II. It's not Call of Duty World at War 2. So it's not a sequel to World at War as far as we know right now, because World at War was developed by Treyarch, and this one is going to be developed by Sledgehammer, and that one was, of course, World at War WAW. This one just World War 2, and I think that's good if this game is actually true World War 2, but not a sequel to World at War 2, because World at War, while a lot of people love that Call of Duty game, it was one of the least successful games as far as actual sales and stuff like that, which are what really matter to Activision. World at War, a lot of people forget now because it's pretty old, but basically when that game came out, a lot of people went back to Call of Duty 4 and kept playing Call of Duty 4 until the next Call of Duty games came out, because World at War wasn't actually that popular. But World War II sounds very promising, and Sledgehammer Games did some extremely good stuff with Advanced Warfare, so I think this is definitely a possibility. And that's not the only things they've been saying. There's also some other stuff. Basically from 2014, an Advanced Warfare dev wants another World War II Call of Duty, and this is Michael Condrey. This is the community manager for Advanced Warfare for Sledgehammer Games. This is what he said in 2014. I think a next generation game with the latest production values and robustness in a World War II setting like Band of Brothers would be amazing. So he said that November 5th, 2014. He was talking about the possibility of another World War II game. This was 1 year after Advanced Warfare had come out, but of course they've been working on these games for a 3-year life cycle. Another thing is from 2015, an Activision CEO actually talked about at IGN and E3. He talked about the possibility of bringing it back to a setting, and he's basically been saying that there's definitely a chasing of innovation and new ideas within a well-worn genre that lead people to similar conclusions like changing time periods. And of course, I think this opens up the opportunity for what is old is new again. So basically hinting at World War II has already been done by a bunch of shooting games and of course by Call of Duty. And I think that bringing it back here could be a very good possibility, and that's what everyone has been talking about, and these are basically all the leaks. Now, do I think this is legit? I would say yes, and since we don't have any ideas to other Call of Duty titles right now, I'd say this is most likely what it's going to be. Of course, when we get leaks for other things, then we'd have to compare which leak is more legit, but as of right now, I'd say this is the most legit info we've had so far. That doesn't mean it's 100% true and that this thing is going to be coming back, but I think this makes sense both for the fans, this makes sense for the business, for Sledgehammer, for Activision, and this seems like it would be very, very good. World War II with a Call of Duty game First, that basically confirms that it's going to be boots on the ground because, I mean, unless they're in some alternate universe where World War II took place with jetpacks, this is most likely going to be boots on the ground, and I think that is going to be good for Call of Duty. Second, I think when people hear that World War II thing, it's going to make them come back to the game, and people who used to be fans back in the day, back in World at War, COD 4, or even like COD 2 or COD 3, are going to want to check this game out. That is one thing I think that helped with Black Ops 3 and how successful Black Ops 3 was. When people heard Black Ops 3, they immediately start thinking Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, which was when Call of Duty was probably at its peak in terms of sales, not in terms of revenue generated, but in terms of sales. And a lot of those people started thinking, oh, Black Ops 3, it's going to be a good game, I'm going to buy it. When people hear World War II, I think that there's going to be some confusion with the World at War thing. A lot of people are going to think this is World at War 2, which is kind of confusing, but in the end, it doesn't really make a difference, to be honest. But when people hear World War II, they're going to think of that old action, and similar to how Battlefield 1 did it, I think Battlefield 1, it was the Battlefield game that went, of course, back in time and went to the traditional style, and that game did actually very well. I'm not sure exactly on the sales figures compared to the other Battlefield games, but from what I'm getting, and I played that game early, I played that game a little bit, that game is probably one of the best Battlefield games, and the fans and the fan base seem to absolutely love it. So I think Call of Duty, what they need to do with the balance here is by pulling it back to World War II, amazing. Of course, they're still going to keep a lot of the new stuff, but they still need to innovate. They can't just throw it back and just say, okay, yeah, UAV, bomber strike, and dogs, there are your kill streaks. It needs to be World War II, but it needs to still have all the customization options of a newer Call of Duty. You still need to be able to customize your armor. You still need to be able to pick your kill streaks, to put attachments on guns, maybe even variants on guns. There needs to be all that sort of stuff. And the reason for that is because the setting is an important thing to Call of Duty, but by changing the setting, that doesn't really give you an excuse to make everything else go back in time. And that's something Call of Duty has been struggling with, is one year they go ahead and they put out theater mode, and the next year no theater mode. Like, what are they doing? They need to be progressing even with changing time zones. With World War II, if this game is anything like Advanced Warfare was, like with the innovation as far as the kill streak variants, as far as Advanced Warfare 2 with the gun variants, with the maps. The maps were insane in Advanced Warfare. I don't know why. I think I was just saying Advanced Warfare 2, but I mean World War II. If that is like Advanced Warfare, except the gameplay is boots on the ground based in a World War II setting, but Sledgehammer Games doesn't give up that innovation and doesn't give up that developing, I think this could be one of the best Call of Duty games we've ever seen. Now, the main thing that matters to me for a Call of Duty game is how the game plays. I don't really care about the setting and stuff is cool, of course, and that gets people hyped. The movement and stuff is, of course, a big deal. I'd say movement is actually a big deal to me as well. But the thing that matters to me is how does the game actually play? Are the guns fun to use? Is the game addicting? Are the maps really fun and really small, fast-paced maps? I think if they get all that together, this game could be good. One thing I'm actually worried about is World at War #1. Even though this is not World at War 2, that game had some pretty big and pretty bad maps for 6v6, and it also had some really good ones like Dome. But I think that World War II, this Call of Duty game, they need to focus on, they might go over the top with the maps, because on the World War setting, you basically can do whatever you want with the maps, and I hope they keep the maps small to medium size, especially with its boots on the ground, and with them going back to boots on the ground. If this is the case, I think that they could find some issues with trying to find the balance between map size, because of course, on a game like Advanced Warfare, a bigger map plays like a medium map because you're flying around, you're boosting around, you're moving around so smoothly, when on a game that's going to be completely boots on the ground, you need to have smaller maps, and you need to keep that fast pace of the gameplay, and that's something that's really important to me. But of course, I think most people are going to be happy about this leak if this is true. You guys let me know in the comment section down below. If it wasn't going to be World War II, and if it still isn't, I think they'd probably have to go towards a new title, because Advanced Warfare 2 is really, really unlikely, especially with all the leaks they've been saying. They've been going to boots on the ground, they've been going back to the roots. Doesn't really sound like Advanced Warfare 2, sounds more like World War 2. And if they weren't going to do this World War 2, what would you guys like to see? You guys have to let me know that in the comment section down below. But as far as this, it's actually pretty hyped for now. I think that, you know, having a good name is something that, you know, Infinite Warfare and Advanced Warfare, the names just sound so futuristic, they turn people off. Black Ops 3 had a great name, and of course, I think this would be a great name. World War II, something to get people excited and get those old Call of Duty fans to at least check out this game and buy this game and test it out. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy this video. Drop a like on this thing. 2,000 likes would be awesome. Smack that like button. If you guys made it to the end of the video, comment World War II, WW2 down in the comment section down below. And that's about it, guys. Drop a like, sub for Cookie and No Lookie, and I'm out. Peace.